Hello and welcome back to part 4 of our Muay Thai techniques and kickboxing drills. Today I'd like to talk to you about throwing your punch and throwing that cross. For, of course, right-handed people, that would be the right hand, southpaws would be the left hand. If you remember last time, we talked about throwing the jab, finding out the proper range to throw the jab, and using your body to maximize that distance. Today I'd like to talk to you about throwing the punch and doing the same thing, and making sure we don't make those normal mistakes so many people make. All right, so we want to throw our punch. We want to always make sure that we have a proper stance. Okay, when we are in our stance, we want to make sure that the back foot, which is always in a 45-degree angle, the heel is slightly off the ground. I don't have it planted heavily on the foot. I want to have it slightly off the ground, my back foot off the ground, so I can make that rotation. Okay, of course you guys know when you throw that punch, you got to rotate that ball on the ball of the foot and then bring your punch back. Okay, that's very important. Okay, again, I want to maximize my the usage of my body as well. I want to make sure I use my right shoulder, right hip, and right foot. In order to do that, I'm going to combine them all together. So as soon as my arm starts to move forward, my back foot rotates, shoulder rotates, right hip rotates, and I come back. All right? One common mistake that a lot of people make is instead of rotating that back foot, they actually just pick it up. Okay? They go all the way almost on their tippy toes. So they go all the way up, and instead of rotating, they throw the punch, and their body actually falls forward. And what happens here is my chin is going to pass my front knee, and that's when I'm in trouble, especially if I miss the target. So I always want to make sure that I center my body. Okay, my core is everything is all centered. I keep my hands up, so when I throw that punch, I can come back to a good balance. That is so important. So heel off the ground slightly, use my shoulder, my right hip, turn, and I come back. So I don't want to go up and just throw. Basically, I call it diving into the water, and you're going to be in trouble. All right, so that's very important that you make sure that you understand those things and you practice them a lot. So you have to make sure you stand in your fighting stance first, doing the rotations, then throw your punches. So when you're actually throwing it in on the bag, on the pads, or in sparring or in fighting, you don't make those mistakes. Thanks again. I'd like to thank kimurawear.com and Tap Account, our sponsors, and we'll see you next time.